Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling review series for the um, 5th of August 2020, 1995. Obviously, Sonny and Skip starting off with Shawn Michaels, getting Shawn Michaels a chance to be there as the Intercontinental Champion. Also, kind of gets him in there with Sonny in the mix, and of course, them having an affair at the time. Pretty big run here. Match is actually pretty good, so worth going out of your way to see if you've never seen it before. And it's, very basic, but at the same time, good run around. Skip, probably the biggest match he's had to date. Uh, Goes for the superplex off the top rope from the top in the beginning of the match, early few stages. Double axe handled by Shawn Michaels, uh, right between the eyes from the top rope. Skip, though, not necessarily fully enthralled with that, as he cuts Shawn Michaels off with a big clothesline, does the jog around, and kind of making fun of things. Also, is acknowledging going at it with Michaels. Michaels comes back in a good way, and Skip does the majority of the brawling at the time and goes to the outside of the ring, tries to cut Shawn Michaels off a little bit, doesn't get everything he wants, sends him to the outside though. Michaels also sends Skip over the top rope to the floor with the clothesline to the outside. Sonny with the towel on the outside trying to get her man a little bit revived. Frustration point and a super kick after a top rope elbow from Skip, and again mocking of Sonny, kind of Shawn Michaels trying to convince a kiss, and Michaels leaves her behind as though she doesn't matter. Interesting that they are at the point having an affair, so just an interesting run there. Dean Douglas talks about disappointments among other things, and a very basic run there. Mistakes made by Skip in the match with Shawn Michaels with the leg drop off the top is, um, you know, Shawn Michaels' I guess, advantage, according to Dean Douglas at the time. Douglas also trying to put over the word charisma in a very basic thing. Does the nails on the chalkboard. Not a bad potential run. Also, there is acknowledgement of a new Intercontinental Championship match by uh, none other than Gorilla Monsoon. Slop Bucket being a major force from Raw, and then we see John Pierre Lafitte and David Haskins. Haskins, the enhancement talent here. Very basic clotheslines, nothing necessarily to write home about. The pirate gimmick already kind of being pushed to the side a little bit, although not fully. Um, Leaping clothesline and the cannonball from the top. Before the cannonball, a splash in the ropes by Lafitte, and certainly, one eye and doing the pirate gimmick gets him some attention, but the fans aren't really all that surprised. And then we see a promise of Undertaker and Kama at the SummerSlam event alongside Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. Second ladder match, also alongside Diesel and Mabel, getting ready for SummerSlam as well. We go to Bam Bam Bigelow, who is kind of behind on his run here. We see Bigelow in an enhancement match, and kind of putting the guy big up into the lights. There is a reasonably, at least a plan to push Bigelow pretty big, as he gets some clotheslines and other basic maneuvers, diving headbutt from the top, but also a big fire explosion as it relates to him getting things going. AC Connor is the man he beats, which later becomes, I believe, D'Lo Brown. Uh, um, at the run, and top rope headbutt with him, and then we go to the next run. Lex Luger and Davey Boy Smith with guest flag bearers against War Machines. Smith pinning after the running power slam. Um, and, it's pretty basic with things as very, clotheslines, hanging suplex from British Bulldog. Luger and Davey Boy Smith in line for more tag team runs here. Henry Godwin also defeating Jerry Flynn with a slop drop um, at the time, and the slop drop thing there is pretty basic. Jerry Flynn, of course, becomes a part of WCW in the years to come. Um, Brawling and the inverted slop drop. I believe this is the beginning of the babyface turn for one Henry Godwin at that general time period anyway. And again, trying to keep things going in a positive direction. Highlights from Raw continue to be a thing, but again, the Bulldog and Luger getting ready to be maybe crowned tag team champions. Skip and Sonny are not happy with their previous performance. Highlight with Dr. Isaac Yankum taking the teeth out of yet another adversary, or actually patient rather. And again, the Henry Godwin babyface run. Another hype video for Goldust without really telling us what Goldust is about. We just see the glitter. We still have not seen his face. And Scott Taylor is up next. Scott Taylor facing off against Kama Mustafa. Also, Razor Ramon objecting a little bit to having to fight a friend for the Intercontinental Championship, but wanting to get back in the run for the title. Diesel basically says the WWF is running on Diesel power and continuing to go in that direction. Him being the world champion, Barry Horowitz also talks about being able to beat the advances of Skip again, maybe in the next week here on Superstars. And that will close us for today. We'll be back with more right after this.